Hello, and welcome back to Monster Train. How you doing today? Doing fine myself. I dreamed that I already recorded this run, if you can believe that. Did a lot of, I actually had a lot of like different random dreams last night. I had a dream that I made a D&D style tabletop RPG, but it used slice and dice instead of D20s. And so like as you level up, you just built your dice out. Seemed kind of cool, but I don't know enough about tabletop RPGs to make that. Anyway, I don't know if I won this run or not, so I guess we'll have to find out together. Let's get to it. We get to fight Entropy, and we have Plague Doctor in the starter with Pyre of Savagery, and we're fighting Spiky Flesh Weaver. So this is probably the hardest part of the fight, and then making sure we have something for the silence seems important as well. Savagery Pyre, probably not going to make a huge difference, but it'll have some impact, I imagine. His Crystallized Wing has been amazing for me consistently. Oh, I want to say, someone made a little tier list of the starters on the subreddit, and they put Primitive Mold in, like, the average tier. Can you explain to me what Primitive Mold does in a run like this? Am I really Primitive Molding Draft? Is that what people are doing? Because, like, someone in the comments was like, you underrated Primitive Mold. You gotta just curate your reform pool better. And I was like, what the fuck are we talking about? Curate it with what? What am I reforming in this run? Like, that shit, I've been thinking about that one a lot. I think Primitive Mold is, like, one of the worst starters in the game. But I digress. Crystallized Wing, I think, doesn't have a lot of value in this run. Let me go to 3... Lazarus League. Oh, Test Subject Alpha. Huh. These aren't that good. I might play Mix a lot, though. And then Melting, these are not that good. You get Mortal Entrapment off of it. And then 4+, yeah, okay. And so it's mostly going to freeze, like, nothing. So I'll take the Lost Luggage. Crystallized Wing has been very good for me, though. And Living Armory is, like... Buried Grail, he's a bit of a single-path champion. I feel like you always want to play Living Armory. Now, I don't have Quick, so this Invasion Trial will probably just kill me. It's a weird one. Because I take a bunch of damage for it, too. I think I have to skip this. It's very odd, and it doesn't happen too often, but I think I might have to skip this trial. First floor Invasion Trial, I'm going to end up sacking so much HP. What if how else could you go about this? It's because it's this boss. If it wasn't Uriel, I think we could take this and just play bottom floor and tank the damage. But because it's Uriel, I kind of have to play a higher floor. I think I have to skip this trial, which feels really bad. Not very often, but I think that I often put myself in these positions where I feel like I just have to play the trials. And I don't have to play the trials here. We're actually good to just take it easy here. Throw up our erratic assistance. Maybe we high roll a good pseudoscience hit. We got spikes. Oh well. And then I think you're gonna play like... Maybe you do just try to play the drafts with the primitive molds. But no, the primitive molds are gonna pull back erratic assistance, of course. So we just play Spear Steward in front. I think that's reasonable. And then you're just gonna go Scissor Hand, and we're looking for Lifesteal or Reanimate, please. Okay, it's the only bad one. Keep up the good work. I think I end up just like automatically feeding this boss 1,000,000 free HP, or free rage also. Not a ton I can do about it though. Is there anything to do with these? Yeah, that's really good, man. Yeah, I made my deck worse for that. Let me undo it. There's just no reason to even consider it. There's actually just no reason to even think about it like that. Let's go Scissor Hands, and then just end our turn. And then I'll probably... I mean, I guess I actually should be reforming, and I should try to reform a frontliner for this boss, but I don't know, man. We're going to take a bunch of rage off of him, which is nice. And so I think we'll be fine, especially now that we hit 1 reanimate. But this start is very tough. I think that this is a start where you click the trial and you actually just take like your whole health bar. Super easy to have it happen to you. What do you mean I got 3 spikes? 18? That's not really what I wanted. Okay. Yeah, I think if you take the trial here, it's really bad. I have to like reiterate that for myself over and over again because I was really close to just clicking that trial. And I think I would have gotten my ass beat for that. Any equipment is good, and I think Twisted Assistant is like one of the best. We will not be playing a melting plan today. And when you're not playing a melting plan, you don't want melting cards. So I will not be picking that. And ultimately, missing the trial means you can't reroll here, but if you just hit what you want right away, you don't even need to reroll. Now, here's the thing. I want to play multi-strike quick plague doctor. Of course I do. If I want to play multi-strike quick plague doctor, I need to have a plan to survive the next 2 fights, because plague doctor at 9 HP is not okay. Makeshift golem is pretty good at this. I think the spike masses have 2 spikes, so plague doctor should be fine. I think you're supposed to pick makeshift golem. What I was going to say is I could take multi-strike on one plague doctor and then plus 20 on another, though. Which actually seems kind of good, right? Because then you have 1 plague doctor for the early game and 1 for the late game. Yeah, I'm actually going to do that. If I could afford both of these, I would take the other guy, but since I don't have consistent reanimate plan, I don't love it. So we'll go multi-strike on one, and then we'll just go like plus 20 on the other. Now this Plague Doctor should very easily take us through the early game, and then the multi-strike Plague Doctor gets us through into the late game. Because the early game is where all of the spikes is. Once you're past fight 4, there's basically nothing else. And you need plus 20 for this boss because of Legion. You need plus 20 in my opinion. Titan Skin's a fine trial, and I will position... The kills from Savagery's Pyre aren't that important because this Plague Doctor is just going to get 1 kill anyway. It's like missing 1 attack, basically. We'll play top 4. We'll play double Plague Doctor. We'll throw all of our guys into the grinder down here. All of that's fine. A lot of cards I can remove from this deck. Realistically, I can remove like every card from this deck, actually. Almost nothing matters. Pseudoscience is probably the best card we have. Lifesteal 2. Nice. Like, Primitive Mold is negative. I don't even want to play this. Spear Steward and Shield Steward, they're like, you know, they're Spear Steward and Shield Steward. Spike 6, cool. What does that change? I guess Spike 6 actually does give you a bunch of kills with Pyre of Savagery. That's kind of cute. Let's actually play these out. Ooh, lived at 1 because of the spikes. Oh, because of the spikes. Whoa, I didn't think about that. Yeah, the spikes meant that we took a lot more damage there. Thankfully, we just hit lifesteal, lifesteal. Pseudoscience could screw me in this run if it wanted to. I could just roll, like, a bunch of spikes and nothing useful, basically. Thankfully, it hasn't happened to me. And instead, we're just gonna win. Yeah, see? You need this plus 20. I think. It helps. It definitely makes a big difference. A tricky early game because it's easy to fall for the idea that this run is just super OP because we're Lazarus Lead with Plague Doctor. I'm gonna pick Sanguine Assistant. I think it's good. And then you could play Molten Encasement, actually. I was gonna say none of these, but I'll play Molten Encasement. Stealth doesn't hurt. Steel Shop, Arm Shop. Arm Shop is a little higher value, but we're a little poor. So Steel Shop would be looking for quick, which is nice to find. Arm Shop would be just buying all the equipments possible. We're gonna see this pick again. I'm gonna go to the Magic Shop, I guess just for the HP and like we buff Pseudoscience up. I'm gonna go Steel Shop, but it's not the worst to go to the Pyre Remains. I kinda just wanna look for quick though. Titanite Endless. Meat Hook, Makeshift Golem. I don't know. It's like... I'm probably supposed to play Meat Hook just to stun Entropy Seraph out. And then I get rid of the other Plague Doctor. Yeah, I think so. I think that's the idea. I mean, just give him like 20 Titanite here. It seems okay. He acts as a pretty decent frontliner, but I really want to roll for quick. I think that 20 Titanite is not that important if I find quick, and if I find dualism, I'm also okay. So I'm pretty sure we go 20. Oh, you could play Endless on Molten Encasement instead, but then I have to take space. But that's a pretty good survival. It's probably a better survival plan, actually. But then again, I can't find quick. But I guess I don't need quick with endless molten encasement. Because I'm just, like, fine. Yeah, okay. That's fine, I guess. No quick. No need for Titanite here. Go to the alcove. Times 5. I'm pretty sure that you just 5x erratic assistant. Pretty confident. And then the rest of this run from here on is just like, I don't even need to take any more equipment. All I have to do is remove cards. And I need to get I need to get pings for the silence. That's the other thing. So all my money goes to removing cards, and I'm looking for pings to get rid of silence, and that's just the run. Oh, and I would like to get like one more copy of Molten Encasement, probably. I think that's the other thing. Let me just play Double Plague Doctor. Molten Encasement turn 1 is good. This goes, this goes. I think you just Pseudoscience. I guess here, maybe? Oh, man. Great card, I love Pseudoscience. I would maybe like to play Meat Hook here and then just pull the curse. This version of the boss is going to get kind of farmed, I think, because I just crush him with his revenge triggers. I don't think he has a lot he can do. I guess I could run out of stealth. That's like the only thing. But he doesn't have spikes, so I doubt it's a problem. And maybe I want to look for like dualism, but as long as I play my stealth every turn, it's fine. I haven't actually played too much Molten Encasement in the modern era, so I'm uncertain. Yeah, you do just take 4 on the Trampler. Maybe it's different if I put Trample here. No. I guess I can't really lose anyway, right? What's gonna happen? I'm just gonna win with the Trample Stealth instead. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Could give you Sanguine Assistant if I'm, like, afraid, but I'm not. Another fight, by the way, that punishes you in the least enjoyable way if you play top 4 by just filling your deck with curses. I'm not a huge fan of this, personally. It will save your life. You probably deserve to live. Honestly, I feel like the ways that they punish you for playing top 4 in this game are kind of just annoying, mostly. Because, like, Savagery punishes you by not letting you play top 4 where you lose the game. And this fight punishes you with curses, and then fight 4 punishes you with curses. It's weird because it feels like some fights, like, really heavily punish you if you play top 4, and some fights just, like, don't even care, right? Like, Entropy doesn't even care if you play top 4. You can play top 4 as much as you want against him. In fact, I would even go so far as to say you're supposed to play top 4. It's good to play top 4 versus Entropy. But then, Savagery, if you play top 4, you get Crush, and Corruption, you get Cursed. It's a weird little division in my mind. We don't want to add anything unless it's, like, really, really good for us, is my feeling. And then I'm going to take Energy because I have the draw, but I don't really need it. I think I might just take draw first. These cards are all cheap and useless. And then I want to go Magic Shop mostly, but I kind of just want the money, you know? I kind of just want to go right and pick up money. I think I will. Anything crazy here? No, I'm not going to buy Capricious. Remove all luggage for 2 random artifacts? I'll just take plus, what is this, plus 6? No, this is plus 8 right now. It's plus 6 if you count in the boss relics, but it's not. You don't count the boss relics because they're not against you. And let me just go plus 16. And I'm going to buy removals here. I don't normally buy removals so early, but I'm going to go ahead and get rid of some trash that I don't want. I think it's very correct to just be rid of some cards. Whenever we have money, we want to ditch some of these useless cards like Primitive Mold. And then we go on. Yeah, this is the other fight we need the other Plague Doctor for. If I had Quick, I would take this, but we don't really need to take it. And we need to be careful with our Pyre HP because of this Pyre. So since we don't have stealth, or since stealth doesn't help us on this boss, I should say, we'll just go bottom floor, and we'll win like this, I'm sure. A little annoying. Actually, it's like always bad to play bottom floor as this clan. Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna reset. I always forget about it too. You have to play a higher floor because you need room for the assistants to die. And I always forget it right up until it happens to me. I just need to play assistant, assistant, assistant. And if I want to take one, I could stop these guys from getting any corruption on me. It's fine. I don't know what I'm doing, man. Whatever, I'm moving on. I was like, because I want the twisted back, but I don't want to take the corruption, but I want the twisted back. So I think I'll just get the twisted back and call it a day. Twisted back goes back here. And then Sanguine Assistant's going to go on the Plague Doctor in front. And I might have to throw something to stop the haste enemy because this fight is also a haste fight and I always forget that. It's like there is no good spot to play on this fight because of the fact that there's so much going on for it. It's an annoying fight. Here's your tooth. You at 6, so I need to play 2 assistants up here. That's fine, I guess, because I can only play 3 down here. Alright. This is another one of those fights where we just have to one-shot the boss. And also I bottom decked, like super bottom deck Molten Encasement, which is not ideal. And then I do need the primitive molds just to chump block so that I can kill these things, I suppose. I'll put a shield steward up here. I lose out on 2 equipments. But I guess if I want to kill both of these and not take 6, I have to do it this way. And I do want to kill these and not take 6. I think it's important. Oh, my Plague Doctor, does she just die? Huh. Let me look for, like, reanimate. Yeah, I think that's what I need to do. I think I need to take 1 and look for a reanimate here. Otherwise, this unit dies off. Okay, we're good now, we're good now. We're safe. Alright, where was I? Sorry, I had to pause. I don't know if you can hear him, but Patrick was meowing at the door to come in. So I've allowed him in, and I've allowed him to speak his piece. He said meow a lot of times. He really needs to get some new material. Anyway, lifesteal 2? Oh, what a life. We're good now, for sure. I have the stealth, I have 2 reanimate, he's dead for sure. Definitely a run with some pitfalls that's going to end up looking really easy when you look at the end screen, I think. This is like the exact sort of run that you lose and go, oh man, what happened? Because, like, it looks so OP, does it not? I'll take risky I don't even need risky operation. In the end screen, this run is going to look so OP, I should say. I'll take Mortal Entrapment. Definitely a good pickup for Savagery on the Divinity fight. Or on the Titan fight. The Divinity fight. Where am I? I'll go Steel Shop here. We're looking for none of these. I'm looking for Quick. Let me check the artifact. Money is, like, really, really good in this run, even if it's not a lot. It's really good to make some money here for Golden Idol. I'll take the -1 attack. Honestly, I think I just want to go, like, another +20. I could go Titanite on this Plague Doctor, though, too. This feels like a waste of my money, though. I'm gonna roll. I fall for this too much. We could play Dualism, or we could just play Reanimate 1, which is like Dualism, but cheaper. That seems good. What if I paid 75 less gold for the Dualism? An interesting thought. Get rid of 1 shield steward here. Okay, hopefully we can take every trial for the rest of the run. This one is pretty good, I would say. Shouldn't be too bad. And we get to play top 4 versus this boss, which also should be fine. Let's go Plague Doctor, Baron Grail. Gives me some rounds to scale up here. Every fight that I draw Molten Encasement turn 1 is going to be a very good fight. I do believe. These guys can go burn out. I think the hardest part of this run is actually getting to the Molten Encasement. Because this deck is just so much draw. Oops, I didn't mean to reform this. Oh well. Not so much draw, this deck is so much, there's so many cards. Dude, I let this cat in here and he meows to leave. Patrick! Hold on. I'll let him out. I let him in, he wants out. I let him out, he wants in. I need to give him like a cat door or something. But then I can't do that because if I give him a cat door, then the other cat can get in here, and he's not allowed in here because he's the devil. All these freaking cats, man. I can actually get this collector, even though it doesn't look like it. That's nice. And then I'll go... Honestly, I don't think I need to do anything else. The fucking tomb killed someone. Oh, because when the tomb dies, it stealths itself. Okay, it's not quite as good as I thought. Okay, that's fair. When the tomb dies, it goes into stealth of its own. But it's still pretty good. It's just gonna steal some kills. Which is very funny looking. Like I said, it's like not even worth thinking about this Pyre of Savagery. It's nice, but it's not really worth something. It's not something you need to spend any time thinking about. That's my feeling. We're gonna do so much damage that the like 5 damage I'm missing out on here isn't gonna matter. I don't think anyway. So what I should have looked for on this Molten Encasement, the setup would be good if I had Burnout 1 on it so that it would also just die again. It's fine. I don't think that the stealth... I mean, I'm gonna be permanently stealth anyway. It's just a little worse than Relentless, but like our Relentless is... I mean, look at it, right? Just look. Oh man, I'm almost dying. I'm almost dying versus the guy with 20 reanimate. And he doesn't even kill me. So I think we're fine. Yeah, I'm putting this guy up to 3,000 unstable in fight 5. We want to take nothing unless it's very OP, and I don't think any of this is very OP. We play Subsuming Blade to kill the tomb, but I really think it's not that important. I just think it doesn't matter that much. I do think we should go for Pyre HP at some point, and now seems as good a time as any. Actually, I really like getting Holy Stone here. Double stack, reanimate 2? No, we should. This is like a waste of money. There's no reason. Money? No money. Plus 12 and then deal 1 is very bad. Daze a random enemy unit. Conduit 1 on site. We can take Daze a random enemy unit. That one's alright. And I don't think there's anything else I want from the magic shop. I got what I wanted, which was an upgrade to Mortal Entrapment. And it was a really good one as well. I think I should have enough hits to play middle floor in this fight. I was thinking bottom floor forced, but I don't think it's actually forced. I think you can just go middle floor like so. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Oh, the one haste guy will go by me. Oh, hey, the days went on him. That's cool. I just load up my floor with 5 erratic assistants. And I go 1 up top. And now we just wait, mostly. Daze the boss. Scale a little bit. I don't want to take damage if I don't have to, but I do get my HP back now. So it's mostly a question of if I care. I don't feel like I care. I think it's actually just like a non-question. There's nothing going on here. It's not even a turn. It's not even a thought, really. I'll go load up here. Get the scissor hands a-flowing. Once you get to Twisted Assistant, though, it's like especially over, I feel like. If you're looking for reanimates on the stealth tomb, I don't know. Mostly it's just here so I don't die. Oh, don't forget, we still have to find pings. I've actually overlooked this. I have forgotten. I need pings. I need to stop the silencers. How could I forget? I guess I almost don't, because I could just trample them. But no, I need to stop the silencers. I did forget up until this point, so hopefully I get bailed out and they hand me something that I can use for it. If not, I have to play like pseudoscience for it, which is going to be really ugly. I needed to pick up like acid rain. Things like that. We'll see what they show us though. It'll be probably fine. I should really get rid of this calcified ember at some point. I don't need a lot of pings, I only need like 2, probably even just 1, because then I can duplicate it. Worst case, I have to play for spikes, which would be really bad, I guess. It would not be a good thing. Yeah, get rid of the calcified ember without taking the damage, cool. Not bad. Minds of their own. It's pretty good. And then I'm gonna take energy for deployment. It's like 2 card removals, basically. Arm shot with HP and removal? Yeah. Animation lab. Oh, I can just play Zone of Silence. That works. That'll do. Ditch. Primitive mold. I don't need to get rid of this guy now, so I can just get rid of the giraffes. Or no, I just get rid of 2 primitive molds. Okay, and then we just go like, Zone of Silence is fine. This equipment is fine. These equipments are not very good. No reason to merge, no reason to deployable. I think deployable is not very good because I could deployable and miss my... If I deployable, I could miss out on draw a room from your deck and make it free. That's all. Whatever that's called. The footstool, I think. And then if I want, I can go up. But I probably go to the quick, or go look for quick, I should say. Penitent Pearstone is scary. Because I think it just kills my... Yeah, I think it's too scary. Although 600 is so much money. No, I better not. But it's really, really good to take that. Oh well. We play top floor here, and then we just, like, pay attention, basically. That's the plan. Pay attention for the stealth, and make sure I have a fresh stealth when the Relentless is happening. And then, yeah, Zone of Silence. Priority 1, I have to play it, so that I can silence the silencers. And then we're in business here. My train is full. I can't play anything else out. I have too many erratic assistants. I'm killing waves with them. Jeez. I'm just gonna go like glass cannon, scissor hands. I'm pretty much never gonna have the energy to play Minds of Their Own, it feels like. Like at some point I'm sure I will. But I don't know, it seems tough, doesn't it? Because this is a me problem. I need to be willing to not play Vengeful Shard, I feel like. But I love playing Vengeful Shard, man. It's like my favorite thing to do. I'm always playing it. I'm always vengeful, I'm always Shard. You were almost to the point where if I just had Trample, I would clear these waves. My least favorite part about these low card count decks, though. I just feel like I have to play so many Vengeful Shards. Like, look at this hand. I gotta play Molten Encasement. Actually, I think I need to play Molten Encasement. Molten Encasement dies. That's probably right. I also don't think I have to respect Rax all that much because he should just, like, explode. It's not like he has Trample, so he can't go through my Reanimate anyway. Yeah, Molten Encasement dies just right. It dies, and then comes back. Right on time. I didn't even have to do anything. It timed itself out. Could have done Minds of their own there. I might have killed. That was close. He almost had me. 1 damage taken. Aw, shit. What the hell? I'm gonna skip, but you could pick Organ Harvester here. Resin Blades, it's like expensive, but it gives me death on the guy, the tomb. Nah, probably not. It's too expensive. Let's go look for it. Well, I don't even need Quick Man. I don't even care about it. But I like the money, but I like the 2 removals more. 2 removals and a duplicate are much better to me. Get rid of Draft, and get rid of Primitive Mold. And with that, we have nearly perfected this deck. Only 2 cards missing. But I actually need those, so I can't get rid of them for the joke. Zone of Silence again? This is kind of funny. Oh, Pyre Stone. Oh, but I can't afford it. Oh, man. Pyre Stone, but I can't afford the deployable because I'm broke. How sad. There's nothing to do here then. I'll just take the Sinner Salve, I guess. And I'll grab 1 more Molten Encasement. This is for safety so that you don't bottom deck. If you find yourself losing runs because you bottom deck your card, make a second copy of it. If you have 1 card you really need to draw, just get another one. Then you have 2 cards you really need to draw. If this Plague Doctor dies, I'm not worried. She can die here, and if she dies, I think it's okay. Actually, no, she can't possibly die here. Because I would just play an Erratic Assistant always. Go Assistant, Assistant, Assistant. And I save my 1 without having to think about it too much. It's impossible to die also because it's a 50-50, and I'd have to miss all of my units, but my whole deck is units. It's like not even conceivable. There's my second Molten Encasement, which is just gonna do nothing. It's just gonna... Actually, I guess I could use it to defend the Meat Hook. And then he guaranteed stops every other curse for me from the boss, which is kind of nice. I'm gonna overdraw here a little bit. Oh, he doesn't stop this curse. I'll just Mortal Entrapment him. Okay, and then we just power up. I think that was pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and tank this curse because I'll just play Mortal Entrapment again. No need to take the sap, although it's meaningless because I do so much damage, it doesn't matter either way. It's 100% meaningless. But it isn't terrible. Yeah, like I said earlier, I think I would find this run to be... This is like a good, interesting run that doesn't look good or interesting. Because this run is just going to end up in the end looking like a total stomp. Right? It looks like I crushed no difference. I just destroyed this fight. But all of the intrigue and where you lose this run is in the first half. Because this is a run where every single fight except for Kale is a backline assassin. And I have... Well, that's not true, right? Because there's no sweep, there's no savagery, so there's no sweep there. So technically not 100% correct. But like, most of the fights here, in the early game especially, are ones that are going to clear your backline. Honestly, I don't even think about savagery as a backline fight, because by the time you're at savagery, you have to have answered backline. And like, you have to have something in mind for the sweepers. Like, the whole run is prepping for that anyway. So I don't even think about savagery in that regard, because it doesn't make any sense. But like, this is the fights where you have no counterplay particularly, right? This is like spikes, and then corruption. So like, you have to have a good survivability plan for your backline. That isn't just like, I don't know, it's not just like Molten Encasement or something like that, right? So I think this run was cool because it's super easy to lose without realizing it. But then you get to the end of the run and it's like, oh yeah, were we even trying here? I was trying, yeah. I was talking about this in my Discord yesterday, actually. I think it would be nice to see the Seraphs get a little bit of a rework. I would like Entropy Seraph to be more of a relentless killer. I think it's really hard, though, because runs are so strong that Relentless is just obsolete. But I think it'd be cool if each of the Seraphs was sort of like one embodiment of the three questions. Because Savagery, you have to answer heavies. And I think Savagery is the best embodiment of the questions. Savagery Seraph, you have to fight the heavies. And Corruption Seraph, you have to fight the backline. Like those two fights are perfectly correct. But Entropy Seraph is just like the same as Corruption, it feels like, where you have to fight the backline. I would have liked it if he was a little different, is what I was thinking. Make him like, I don't know, you have to fight him. I think that would be cool. Don't ask me how, though. I don't know how I'd do it. I want Molten Encasement, and then I just tank this guy. And then we can load up some assistance here. One here, one here. I'm gonna miss out on Zone of Silence, but I don't need it for a very long time. It was a specific answer to Silence, which I don't need to worry about now. This is a longer fight, though, for sure. It takes a long time for this build to kill Savagery. I would expect, anyway. Oh, and I'm gonna take a few curses. It's whatever. I took the curses are free, so it doesn't matter. But no, this fight takes a while because it's hard to kill. Oh man, I let you die. Whoops. That's super my bad. Extremely my bad. I should not have let you die. I was honestly just not paying attention. That's all there is to it. I'll give you lifesteal. I should end with the lifesteal, huh? Yeah, extremely wrong on a lot of accounts. Many things incorrect here. I don't think it'll matter. Okay, I shouldn't have let Corruption go on my Plague Doctor up there. She should never get hit. She should be permanently protected by Molten Encasement. It's on me. But she's not even supposed to be here. I really like that tech, though. I like the technique of just get a second Plague Doctor and make her frontline for the early game. Because you don't need a lot of HP when your damage is so high. You kind of just run them down. Am I at 52? I think it's fine. I can play double Molten Encasement, maybe. I don't know. Does that do anything? Probably not. Was it looking for Plague Doctor? 334 times 2? The second Plague Doctor would have really accelerated this fight. I would have won much faster. 1095. So the reason that this fight takes so long, I was interrupted by realizing that I messed up. It's because when Savagery and Entropy are both below the threshold for explosion, they won't register explosion until one of them is also at 1 HP. So basically these bosses cannot explode until two of them are under the threshold. Or no, sorry, not under the threshold, until two of them are at 1 HP and one of them's under the threshold. You would think it would be, if they were all under the threshold, they would all explode, but the check doesn't work like that. So here, for example... Oh, it does work like this. It works like that here because Entropy goes to 0 and then Savagery's under the check. Yeah, chill. Alright, no big deal. So it wasn't even that long of a fight. I didn't end up waiting too long. It also takes longer because a lot of the damage from Plague Doctor is from the explosions, and Savagery doesn't see explosions because he is alone. You almost want to try to like ascend him onto a floor with a bunch of shitters to chain a bunch of explosions. Huh. New record of graft applied. Wow. New record of unstable applied is actually kind of crazy. I didn't feel like that much of an unstable run. But I guess with the trample applying big numbers and 2 Plague Doctors, sure. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more. I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.